Hi, I'm Tom D, and in this video I want to show you how to edit settings, index settings of Watcher. There are security settings and there is auto expand, replicas and number of replicas. At least manage security cluster privileges is required. When you set the auto expand replicas, you actually modify the maximum and minimum number of replicas for that index. Number of replicas setting is read-only value. You can view that value, but you cannot change that value. This value represents the current number of replicas. First step is to start Elasticsearch, and for that you will start 3-node cluster, because then you can see possibility to add more replicas. It will be 1-node cluster. Of course it will not assign replica because there will be primary shard. So let's start 3-node Elasticsearch cluster. Run first node. Notice that license is required to be trial because you cannot use free version to manage the Watcher. Watcher is only for licensed version of Elasticsearch. Non-default value for memory because the cluster doesn't work if you use the default values. When you will join the second node to the first node will be killed. This always happens, so you need to change default values. 1 GB is enough. The first container is started. You can see it using docker ps command that this container is up and running right now. Now to start other nodes, you can obtain first enrollment token and then you can start other nodes. First command is to get token from Elasticsearch, and second and third command are to start container using that token. Additional 2 containers are up and running. You can see that 3 containers are up and running right now. What you can do, you can set up the password for Elastic user, so you can connect to Elasticsearch using API requests. For that you can use this one-liner. Password for Elastic user successfully set up. Now you can check cluster health. It's green. You can also list nodes that are part of this cluster. There are 3 nodes. Elastic user has enough privileges to create watchers, but in order to separate duties, you can create specific user that will be allowed only to create watchers and manage watchers. In order to do that, first you need to create the role. Here example name is what. This role has a cluster privilege manage watcher. It will allow it to create watcher and change the settings. Role is created. Now you can create user that has this role assigned to. Here you can specify password for that user. User is created. You should test if this user has access to see the settings, current settings of watches index. This is the query. Here you can see that the user what is used, watcher/settings. It's working. Right now the settings are empty because there is no index, but user has access to that settings. In order to create .watches index, you need to create first watcher. This is example watcher testing watcher, which has a flag active set as false. This is because this watcher doesn't need to be executed. It's enough to be there, so the index is created. So the schedule doesn't matter here because this watcher won't be executed until you will activate it. Watcher is created. Let's see again current settings. Now settings are visible because .watches index was created. Now you can update the settings by executing this put type of request _watcher and settings. Here in the JSON you specify index auto expand replicas from 0 to 2. Now it's updated. You can check the shards. That there are 3 shards means 2 replicas and 1 primary shard. So if you check again the current settings, it will show auto expand replicas from 0 to 2 and number of replicas as 2. Exactly how it is right here. So you updated the settings and you can see that after updating the settings, new replicas were created and assigned to nodes. Remember to visit the blog when you can see the same topics in form of articles. When you can learn, for example, how to schedule maintenance info banner for Kibana, you can practice by executing exactly the same commands. Just click on copy and paste it in your terminal. Execute all commands one by one and get the same results as me. This is the easiest form to learn Elasticsearch and other technologies. Thank you for watching this video. I'm sure that the techniques shown in this video will help you manage your Elasticsearch cluster, and you will set up your settings for watches index as you like, creating more replicas if you want, or making less replicas if that's needed. Have a nice coding. Bye.